Episode 8, The Transmission of Greek Knowledge, the Complete Route from Athens to Oxford. The story of how Greek philosophy reached the Islamic world and then Europe is not a simple one. It is a journey spanning 2,000 years and 8 cities, each playing a crucial role in preserving and transmitting the knowledge of antiquity. Our journey begins in Athens, 4th century BCE. Plato's Academy and Aristotle's Lyceum produced the foundational texts of Western philosophy. Aristotle's works on logic, physics, metaphysics, and ethics became the core curriculum of the ancient world. After the conquests of Alexander, the center of Greek learning shifted to Alexandria in Egypt. The Great Library of Alexandria, founded around 300 BCE, became the greatest repository of ancient knowledge. Here, Greek medicine flourished under Herophilus and Erasistratus. Here, Ptolemy wrote the Almagest. Here, the Greek medical tradition was systematized by Galen in the 2nd century CE. In 529 CE, the Emperor Justinian closed the Academy of Athens, scattering the last pagan philosophers. But a parallel tradition had already developed in the Syriac-speaking Christian communities of the Near East. The city of EDESSA, in modern Turkey, became a center for translating Greek philosophy into Syriac as early as the 4th century. The school of EDESSA was closed by Emperor Zeno in 489 CE. The Nestorian Christian scholars were expelled. They moved east to NISIBIS, and then further into the Persian Empire. The Academy of Jundishapur, in southwest Iran, became the most important intellectual center of the late ancient world. Founded under Shapur in 271 CE, it reached its peak under Khosrow I Anushirwan in the 6th century. When Justinian closed Athens in 529, Jundishapur welcomed the refugee philosophers. Here, Greek, Persian, Indian, and Syriac scholars worked side by side. Medical texts were translated from Greek into Syriac by Sergius of Rishena, who had studied in Alexandria. In 765 CE, the Abbasid Caliph al-Mansur fell ill. He summoned Jurjis ibn Buktashu, the director of the Jundishapur hospital, to Baghdad. This began a century of unparalleled translation activity. The House of Wisdom in Baghdad became the new Alexandria. Under the patronage of Caliphs al-Mansur, Harun al-Rashid, and al-Mamun, scholars translated the entire corpus of Greek philosophy and science into Arabic. The greatest translator was Hunayn ibn Ishaq, a Nestorian Christian who rendered Galen complete works, along with Aristotle, Plato, and Hippocrates, first into Syriac and then into Arabic. Al-Kindi circle in the 9th century adapted these translations, creating the theology of Aristotle from Plotinus' Enneads. By the 10th century, virtually all of Aristotle and Galen were available in Arabic. From Baghdad, knowledge spread across the Islamic world. The Umayyad caliphs of Córdoba in Spain amassed libraries rivaling Baghdad. The library of Al-Hakam II in Córdoba contained 400,000 volumes. In 1085, Toledo was captured from the Muslims by King Alfonso VI of Castile. The city remained a center of Arabic learning. In the 12th century, the Toledo School of Translators was born. The Italian Gerard of Cremona came to Toledo in search of Ptolemy Almagest. He learned Arabic and spent the rest of his life translating. He produced 87 translations, including the Almagest, Aristotle on the Heavens, Euclid Elements, Al-Khwarizmi Algebra, and Avicenna Canon of Medicine. His students said, more of Arabic science passed into Western Europe at the hands of Gerard of Cremona than in any other way. Dominicus Gundesalinus and John of Seville translated Avicenna, Al-Farabi, Al-Ghazali, and Ibn Gabirol. Archbishop Raymond of Toledo sponsored the work. The translations flowed to the universities of Paris, Bologna, and Oxford. This is how the knowledge of Aristotle, Galen, Ptolemy, and Euclid returned to Europe. Preserved by Syriac Christians, expanded by Persian scholars, translated into Arabic by Nestorian physicians in Baghdad, carried to Spain, and rendered into Latin by Italian and Spanish translators. The full chain, Athens to Alexandria to Edessa to Nisibis to Jundishapur to Baghdad to Córdoba to Toledo to Paris. A journey of 1,600 years. Sources: Encyclopaedia Iranica, Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, Charles Burnett on Toledo translations, Cambridge History of Science, and the Journal of the Royal Society of Medicine.